Hello everybody, welcome to my super flat testing world. There are some lovely failed and successful projects, a big mix over there, but over here we have what we want to talk about today, which is the adventure marker. And this little devil generates a 11 by 11 square around itself with local adventure mode, and it only uses 4 command blocks plus obviously a fill clock. So allow me to demonstrate. We wander over here a little bit. I'm going to place some blocks. But as soon as I get inside the blue square, which marks out my adventure zone, I can't place them anymore. I also can't break them, even if they are outside. Now, one little downside is if I am outside, I can place and break blocks that are inside the zone. So you've got to be careful how you use your adventure markers. Obviously, you can make the zone bigger or smaller or whatever. I'm just going to keep wandering through it. Let's pop back to creative mode and I'll show you the command blocks. These two are the fill blocks, obviously set stone and set redstone block. And then the bottom ones activate first, so we'll look at those first. This one executes at every armor stand named adventure marker, and you'll notice that I actually use the tildes this time, which quite often people don't do, but in this case it's useful because the target selector that I'm using cannot use relative coordinates, so we have to do that in the execute command. So we're going -5 in the X, -5 in the Z, and from 1 in the Y coordinate. And if you have a look at the target selectors, you'll notice that we go 10 up in the X, 255 up in the Y, and 10 across in the Z, which gives us effectively an 11 by 11 area around the armor stand, which extends from bedrock all the way up to the build limit. You can obviously change these numbers to better suit yourself, and we have this mode selector as well, because if we don't include that, then we get spammed with your game mode has been set, your game mode has been set every like 20 times a second, which we don't want, obviously. This one over here has exactly the same selector argument, so we've got execute, armor stand adventure marker, -5, 1, -5. But this time it's setting a scoreboard, a dummy scoreboard, called adventuring to 1, which you can see in my sidebar display. And you will notice also that there is no mode selector here. That is important, because it doesn't matter what mode you're in, we always want to be continually setting adventuring to 1. And the reason for that is up here, we're also continuously setting adventuring to 0. Which seems a bit weird. So if you want to remember, anybody who is within the area around the armor stand is getting set continually to 1. And then continually to 0. If you leave the area around the armor stand, you're not going to get set back to 1, because this one does not have an area command. It just activates on everybody who has a score of adventuring of exactly 1. So if you leave the area, this command block will set you back to 0, and this command block won't be able to set you back to 1. And when that happens, you get reset back to game mode 0, back to survival mode, using this selector mode equals 2. So if you're in adventure mode and your score adventuring is 0, you need to go back to survival because you have left the area. You should be in survival mode. That's how it works. You can use plenty of these to build up a lovely, magnificent adventure mode dungeon within a survival server. That's exactly what I'm going to be using it for. I think this is really cool. I hope you think the same. Like and subscribe and use it. Obviously I'm going to put the commands in the description, although they're pretty easy. If you decide to use this in a build, I would very much like to see it. That would be awesome. Thanks and goodbye.